Hey, what is up, my friends? You finally get to see me. It is your boy Kipper, live from my place. Well, not live, because I don't know how to do that yet. But oh well, we'll get there. Now, I figured out what was going on with OBS. I had the bitrate too high, so I've lowered the bitrate and things should be good now. This sounds a little choppy and cuts out every now and then, but we'll have to learn to live with that. And I thought it'd be cool, you know, my qualities of videos right now are going to be pretty bad. I'm sorry for that, but I thought, why not start right at the bottom? And then we can watch the channel, go through the stages as I work it up, buy a camera, buy a microphone, get a proper setup going, that kind of thing. And then we can, watch it go through the stages, because, at the moment I'm just doing it all on my laptop. So, it's not going to be great, but it's better than nothing. Excuse me. Alright, so, today, because I am doing a 4-star opening very, very shortly, I will show you my crystals. Well, it's going to be premium 3 and 4 star, so Monday that'll probably be happening. Let's have a look, see what we got. So I have got a 3-star here and a fully formed 4-star crystal. I got that from completing Act 4 the other day. I finally got that completed. Not explored, but completed, and that was good fun. I quite enjoyed playing Maestro. I struggled a bit, needed some revives and things, but hey, it was good fun. If I go over to my shard crystals, you will see in the 4-star crystals, I have one and I am very close to another. So as soon as we get that other one, Monday, hopefully, you will be seeing a premium 3-star and 4-star crystal opening. I'm very looking forward to that. But because of that, I thought, let's review my current 4-star champions. Because I have mixed opinions on all the ones I've got. There's different ones I want to be getting. I'm going to go through, I'm going to talk about each types I have individually. So, I've just put the filter onto Mutant, and it's pretty bare. I have been saying in the last few videos, I really want a Mutant 4-star, and that is one of the reasons why, because we only have one of them. But, it's Colossus. So, let's start the video off with Colossus. Now, Colossus is a champion who, I got him from a Mutant Daily Crystal. Now, when I got him, I was kind of like, it's Colossus, because at the time, wasn't a big fan. I had a mate with me at the time, and he was like, dude, it's a 4-star. And I was like, yeah, I guess, it's a Daily Crystal. I should be pretty happy with that. Now, as you can see, I've got him at rank 3, level 30. When I was using him, majority of the time, I only had him at level 20. Rank 2, because I didn't like Colossus. I prefer champions that cause debuffs, like bleed and poison and whatever, rather than champions that get buffs for themselves. And Colossus is one of those champs who gets buffs for himself, sorry. And yeah, so I wasn't a big fan. But as I started to use him more in Arena, I realized how good he can actually be. And one of my alliance members actually said to me, he's like, dude, he's good. He can take an absolute beating, and he was right. Like, Colossus can just take an absolute beating. In my opinion, Colossus's attack isn't great, but he can last that long in a fight that if you're using dexterity and parry to your full ability, Colossus will do fine. And he's already immune to bleed, so that's pretty handy. Insane amount of armor. So, unless you're investing in a champ that causes armor break, even then he's still pretty good. But, you know, he's a really good champion, and as soon as I was using him more at level 20, rank 2, I was like, yeah, got to take him to rank 3. And as soon as I got the chance, I did that. But he's my only mutant, and like I said, I really want to get some more, because he's not my favorite mutant. There are way more mutants I prefer more than him. But he is a very handy mutant to have right at this moment. He is in my top 4 champions, I believe. Or top 5. So, yeah, he's a great champion, and I do like him. So, yeah, he's pretty cool. Next, we're going to go to the skill champions. Oh, that's looking pretty bare as well. Well, let's start off then. Black Panther. Now, Black Panther, when I got him, I had a mate open the crystal for me, because I didn't want to look. I was like, tell me what I got. And he said, you're not going to like this. And, yeah, he was right. I didn't like Black Panther. Again, like Colossus, I didn't like him. But as I started to use him, and especially when I awakened him, I started to realize how good a champion Black Panther can be. and he then became my strongest skill 4-star. You know, at the time he was my only skill, but I actually used him to take down Maestro the other day, because like I said, I had to use Heap of Revives, but after using all my champions and they're all down, he did the most damage, so he was the one I used to take down Maestro, and I had good fun. I mean, using him and causing bleed, because that's what I like to do, it was just absolutely amazing, and I love using Black Panther. He's, depending on what kind of skill champions I get in the future, I don't know if I take him to rank 4 at the moment. I have 6 tier 4 basics at the moment. I got that from completing Act 4. So, I'm not taking anyone up right now until I've done that 4-star opening. Then I'll review my champions and figure out what I'm doing. I quite like Black Panther. He's really handy, but I think in the future I would like to get some other skill champs to surpass him. Like, for example, Moon Knight, one of my favourite skill champions. So Moon Knight would probably be one that I'd want to take up over Black Panther. Now, next up, we have Winter Soldier. I quite like Winter Soldier. I think he's a really cool champ. His signature ability, EMP upgrade, doesn't do much for him. You get power drain at random times, which can be handy depending on the champions you're versing. But yeah, his signature ability isn't great, so he's pretty handy without it. And after the patch upgrade, patch update in March, I believe it was, when they updated a heap of champs and nerfed a heap, he was one who got an upgrade, and I was pretty happy with that. I like how he has the 3 modes of Armor Pierce, Incendiary, and Hollow Point, and I most like Incendiary, especially when you use a special one. You get double bleed from the shots sometimes, and then you get Incinerate, which is freaking awesome. I used to use a special 2 a lot, which deals a lot of damage, but I find to get the fight done quicker, use a special 1. So yeah, that's it for my skill champions. Like I said, I really want to increase that roster, get some more of those, and yeah, see what happens there. So next we have Science. Now, as you can see, I got 4 there. I'm going to start with Spider-Man. Obviously, he's my strongest one there. I really like Spider-Man, probably one of my favorite Science champions. I actually got him. I don't know if, I presume anyone who's watching this will probably play the game. You would remember about a month or so ago, I think it was. There was the offer for, and here in Australia, it was 46 Aussie dollars to buy a 4-star crystal of one specific type and get, I think, 24 5,000 ISOs of that type. And at the time, I was lacking in the Science department, so I bought a Science one. And I got Spider-Man Classic. I was very happy with that. As you'll hear me talk about soon, She-Hulk. I don't like She-Hulk. And she was the only one I had at the time, so I really wanted to get a Science. And I got Spider-Man. I was terrified I was going to dupe the She-Hulk, but I didn't. So I got Spider-Man, and I'm pretty happy with that. I think of all the champions, if I'm going to take one up to rank 4 next, it will probably be him. Because I like to keep my strongest champions even across the board with types. So I have a rank 4 Cosmic, a rank 4 Tech, and I have a 5-star rank 2 Mystic. So I want to get the 3 other types up to rank 4 before I take another one up that is of a type I already have up there. And so of the Science, Skill, and Mutant that I don't have at rank 4, it'll probably be Spider-Man. Next up, Red Hulk. I got Red Hulk quite recently. I quite like Red Hulk. I think he's good fun to use. His special 3, in my opinion, his special 3 doesn't do too much, but I think the animation's freaking awesome, so I use it anyway. When he's signature unlocked, he's pretty damn good. Definitely not one of my favorite Science champions, but I don't mind him. Jumping across, we have Joe Fixit. Now, I used to love Joe Fixit, but as I've sort of progressed through the game, I've learned that he's not as good as I thought he was. I used to use his special 1 all the time because it causes a lot of bleed, sometimes. But if you're versing a champion that has willpower, it's pretty much not going to do anything. So over time, I've actually sort of downscaled in my high opinions of him. Don't mind him, but I was a little disappointed when I got him. But hey, it's a 4-star. But I did get him from a 4-star crystal, so who knows. Now, speak of the devil, it's She-Hulk. Now, there's not much for me to say about her. I don't like her. I don't like She-Hulk at all. She causes stun with her special attacks. I don't know if she's guaranteed to, but she often causes stun. The problem is, if you want to use a heavy attack after you've stunned them, it cancels out the stun if you use a special heavy attack, and I think that's incredibly stupid, given that she has nothing else going for her anyway apart from the stun. So I think it's incredibly stupid that they have her have it so that the heavy attack cancels out the stun. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, don't like her, and I'm really glad that I got that Spider-Man now, because he is a great science champion that I use a lot of the time. Moving on, so we have Mystic now. Again, pretty bare. Now, Mordo. I have very mixed opinions on Mordo. When I got him, I knew that heaps of people wanted him. I had 2 Mystic Awakening gems in my inventory, and I went, Mordo's having one of those. And I regret it. I do not like Mordo. I really do not like Mordo. I think he's a glass cannon, and he's got really good attack, but don't get me wrong. Like, and if you use a special one and it stuns, that's pretty handy, because it causes stun and degeneration. But if you take any hits, he's in a lot of trouble, and I've found particularly if he versus a champ that causes bleed, and he gets inflicted with bleed, his health just drains faster than you can imagine. And I only have him rank 3, but he doesn't do much for me. He's really not that great. When you hold down his heavy attack, he can get up to 10 stacks of Fury, and that's really cool when you're doing alright. But then if they get a debuff on you, then you're in a bit of trouble. So yeah, me personally, I don't really like Mordo. The only other thing he is going for him is pretty much stun immunity with the mystical... what is it? I can't remember what it's called. But whenever someone stuns him and they go to hit him, it switches it so that they have degeneration on them. I can't... What is that called? Let's see if we can find it. Astral Evade. That's the one. Yeah, it's alright, but apparently it's not guaranteed to work. I'm not sure, but yeah, the only reason he's leveled up as much as I thought he was really good when I got him, and I knew people liked him, but I do regret getting him up there. For a while, he was my strongest Mystic, though, so I did need him there, but now I have a 5-star max rank 2 Iron Fist. And Iron Fist is one of my favourite champions, so Mordo, yeah, not really using him much anymore. He's really handy Alliance War Defender. I don't have to do anything with that, so that's pretty cool. He's good for points in Arena, though, I will say that. Next up, Unstoppable Colossus. I do not like Unstoppable Colossus, apart from bleed immunity and Unstoppable when you signature unlock him. He doesn't have much going for him. He gets Fury, but don't like him. I think he's a terrible champ, and if I had to get rid of a Mystic in this game, it would probably be him, unfortunately. But yeah, he's basically, if you want to look at an upgrade of Colossus, but Colossus is way better than Unstoppable Colossus, I personally find. Especially with Unstoppable Colossus being in the Mystic category, there are way better Mystic champions than Unstoppable Colossus, so on a spectrum of things, he's not ranked too highly in my books. Now, Cosmic. There are so many more Cosmic champions I want, but I do not need Cosmic champions at the moment, because I already have 6 of them out of the ones I have. Obviously, in the end, I want to get them all, but if I was to pull a Cosmic from my next 3 4-star crystals, I would be a little disappointed. It depends on what the others I get, but if I was to pull all Cosmics, yeah, I would be pretty salty about that. Pretty salty. But we are looking at Superior Iron Man right now. My favorite character at the moment. He is so good to use. When I got him, at the time, my strongest was Vision, Age of Ultron. I really like Vision of Age of Ultron as well, but I really like Superior Iron Man. And Superior Iron Man had higher prestige, and a while ago, before I started to learn more about stats, I thought prestige meant they were better. And I have started to learn prestige is good, but it doesn't mean they're better. So, yeah, I started to use him a lot, and then I had them both at rank 3, and I could take one champ up to rank 4, and because Superior Iron Man had higher prestige, I took him up first before Vision, but I don't regret that now. I'm really grateful I did that, and especially with the signature ability, I managed to unlock that with an Awakening gem we got from the Mark patch update. When they gave us all those free rewards for the massive changes they were doing, I used the generic one on him, and ever since then he's been awesome, because you take a beating during a fight, you pretty much get a second chance. It's kind of like Phoenix's Rite of the Phoenix, where she pretty much dies and then gets half her health back, depending on how high the signature level is. But I think he's a really good champion. His special 3 deals an insane amount of damage. He's a great all-round champ, gets armor up, all that kind of stuff, and couldn't be happier. Next up, we have Drax. I have pulled Drax 3 times from Premium Hero Crystals. I'm fairly sure he was my first champ I ever pulled from a Premium, 4-star, I mean. And I didn't like him when I first started using him, but as time's gone on, I realized how good his attack is. His attack and bleed combined. If you cause bleed on someone, they are in a lot of trouble, and he is so much fun to use. So I really like Drax, really do. And I would take him up to rank 4, but I've got Superior Iron Man there, so that's why he's not getting ranked up yet. Now, Spider-Man Symbiote. basically the cosmic version of Spider-Man. Same signature ability, pretty much. Only difference is, I'm fairly sure he causes weakness more than Spider-Man, and if Spider-Man even can. And weakness is ideally not what you want when you're versing a champion with willpower. It makes things very difficult, but it's still, not too bad. And if you manage to use a special 2 with Symbiote Spider-Man and they have armor break, well, if you've broken their armor, they're in a bit of trouble. I actually had a fight the other day with Symbiote Spider-Man where I versed someone, I can't remember who it was. It was an arena, and I used this special 2. I got their health down to pretty much minimum. They were still in the fight, but pretty much minimum. Unfortunately, the special 2 pushed them up to their special 3. My special 2 got them to their special 3. They used that, and Symbiote had no chance. But it was a great effort, and I was surprised that it dealt that much damage, because I think they had about 3/4 health. Next up, we have Thor. Don't need to say much about Thor. He's an amazing champion. Again, I would take him to rank 4, but I already have a cosmic rank 4, and I like to keep it evenly balanced. His special 3, insane amount of damage, and if you can use that, and when you stun them and armor break, and get enough hits in to get the special 1, there is pretty much no hope for them, and they are in a lot of trouble. So another champ I love using. Great champion. Captain Marvel. Now, she was my first ever 4-star. I got her from a 4-star crystal, and at the time, I was very disappointed. Because I actually gave up on the game for a couple of months after that. I was like, I've spent all this time working up to a 4-star, and I get this. I was very disappointed, but then when I got back into the game, I realized she's not actually that bad. She's a pretty cool champion. She would definitely be better when awakened. Personally, though, Marvel characters, the Marvels, like Miss Marvel and all that, I prefer Miss Marvel. I think classic Miss Marvel is way better. I don't know if there's actually much of a difference, but Captain Marvel's still pretty good, and recently I got her to rank 2, and her attack does a lot more, so I actually look at her a little differently to how I used to with her attack, because she used to be my lowest 4-star, and it's kind of like, she's not that great, but she's not too bad now. Next up, we have Black Bolt. Now, Black Bolt was my strongest Cosmic champion for a while, a 3-star Cosmic, and I took him down when we got the rank down tickets. I took him down pretty much to minimum, I'm fairly sure. Because I used to love using him, but then when I started to get more and more Cosmics, I realized he's not as good as I thought he was. But he's still good fun to use. And I still quite like him. He's probably going to be the next champion that I tank up to rank 2. Because I want to get all my 4-stars to at least rank 2. Given the stage I'm at the game, I'm still pretty sure on Alpha Catalyst, so rank 3 champs, getting them to rank 3 is a little difficult for me still. But, yeah, he's definitely a champion. Probably the next one I will take to rank 2. Next up, no, wait, that's them done. Alright, the final type of today, we have Tech. I have 3 Tech champions, and I do like all of them. So, let's start off Vision Age of Ultron. One of my favourite characters in the game. I love using his power drain, and he is great when versing a champion that you do not want to hit their special 3. And he is great for that. I love using his special 2. If you can charge up the special 2, you will definitely cause heal block and full power drain, so it is absolutely insane. He's also bleed and poison immune. You couldn't ask for much better in a champion, so I really like him. And apart from him, other Cosmic champs that are Cosmic Tech champions that I quite like is like Rocket and things like that. I'd love to get a Rocket in the future because I don't have one of those in 4-star. War Machine. Now, he gets a really bad rap, but I love using War Machine. I think his special 3 particularly deals an insane amount of damage, and the animation's great. He's one of those champions who's really good without his signature ability, because his signature ability doesn't do that much for him. It basically means, I'm fairly sure, when you get his health down to about 25% health, then he gets an insane amount of Fury and Armor Break, and that is really, Armor Up. And it is really helpful if you want to deal some like special 1s or special 2s while having those Fury up, the Fury buffs. That's pretty insane. You're going to do a lot of damage. So yeah, I really like War Machine. I think he's a cool champion. He was actually my first Tech 3-star that I actually liked, because for a while I only had Hulkbuster, and I'm not a Hulkbuster fan. So I got War Machine, and he was my strongest Tech for a very long time. So yeah, I quite like War Machine. Star-Lord. Now, I have mixed feelings about Star-Lord. I like Star-Lord. He's an awesome character to play with, but I do think he is the most overrated character in the game. I know I don't have mine awakened, so when I do awaken him, that may change my opinion of that. But at the moment, I do think he's highly overrated. He's good fun to use, but I do think he's highly overrated. I did, however, though, use him the other day in Alliance Quest to take down Dormammu on map 3, because that's the stage my Alliance is at the moment. And I did manage to do it. I managed to take down Dormammu with a half-health Star-Lord, and I was pretty happy with that. So he's on his way to proving me wrong a little bit, but I still think that there are many more tech champions I do prefer more than Star-Lord, but he is good fun to use. So anyway, I think that pretty much rounds it out. So just a quick look at my 4 stars there. So quick recap. Spirit Iron Man, I like him. Vision, like him. Mordo, not really. Colossus, if I had to say good, average, or poor, he's average for me. Drax, really like him. Black Panther, really like him. War Machine, really like him. Spider-Man Symbiote, really like him. With Soldier, he's pretty good. Star-Lord, he's alright. Spider-Man, really like him. Thor, absolutely amazing. Red Hulk, pretty good. Captain Marvel, she's alright. Black Bolt, yeah, he's okay. Joe Fixit, I don't like him. Don't like She-Hulk. Don't like Unstoppable Colossus. But anyway, thank you for sticking around for this video, me harping on for ages. I'm sorry if it is laggy, because like I said, I'm starting down here. We're going to work our way up. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and share this. I'm not getting many views, obviously, probably because most people I know don't play this game. But if you could share this, I'd really appreciate it. You know anyone who plays this game, tell them about it. I'm planning to do more tutorials in the future when I start learning more about how to make my videos and more about the game itself. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, please like and subscribe, and I will see you all when I make the next one. Catch you later.